Yeah. Oh yeah. His biceps are telling us a story, man. Gosh, the afterburn from that, man. That pump coming in there is just nuts. Just nuts. They're telling us that they're tired. I don't believe them. I don't believe them. Good morning. Welcome back. Good to see you again. Arm day. It is arm day. We've got a good arm day ahead of us here. We're just hitting arms and abs today. A bit of a bro split workout for the books. But we've got some good arm exercises today. So we're going to be doing two types of exercises. We're going to be doing exercises where we're using both sets of arms or both sets of arms at the same time, if we're using dumbbells. But then we're also going to be focusing on doing some single arm movements as well. So some single arm tricep presses and then some single arm curls as well to really isolate the muscles on each arm and take them to their failure points independent of one another. Nothing too crazy today. I think from the workout you see here, it's not going to be anything too insane, nothing we haven't done before. We're going to be really focusing hard on those squeezes though. We've limited down the number of exercises that we did from last week. And the reason for that is this. We're getting towards the end of this cut. I can tell my energy levels have dropped and have slowly but steadily kind of come down for these workouts as we've been cutting. In the last couple weeks, we haven't been losing a ton of weight. We have been losing a steady amount of weight, but still not the 1 to 2 pounds a week that we had been for the previous 2 months or so. We've still been averaging about half a pound a week of loss, which is great. It's great. But our body's really just nearing that tipping point. We're getting too much lower than this is gonna be quite the feat, especially for somebody like me who's just we'll call it a hobbyist bodybuilder, right? I'm not stepping on stage anytime soon. I'm not competing in any competitions, nothing like that. So with that in mind, to get lower in our body fat percentage than we are right now would require some real mental fortitude at this point. And to be completely honest, folks, I just don't know that I'm up for that. I don't know that I'm up for that, and I also don't know that I need to do that. Not eating these foods and eating as little as we are has become quite miserable at times. It's tough, it's really hard. It always is hard through a cut, but we've gotten to that point in this cut now where things are just really tough. Don't get me wrong, I would love to cut down even further. I'd love to cut even more. And I do think there's a reality that we could do that further on the next cut. I think we're in a really good place now. We've sort of kind of reset, realigned ourselves and gotten back all the work we lost out on over the last 2 years or so. Because I do feel like we left a lot to be desired and a lot on the table over the last 1 to 2 years or so with regards to our training and kind of letting that fall back and slip back. All that is to say, I feel like we're in a real groove now. I feel like we've actually got something, a really good base that we're proud of. It was always there. Nobody would ever look at me and be like, that guy doesn't work out at all. But I wanted more for myself, and I've been able to do that here for this vacation coming up in just a couple days my time. So very excited, very happy, very enthused with the work we've been able to do and excited to reap the rewards of that. When we come back, we're going to be doing a bit of a deload. We're going to be taking a 2-week deload to let our body fully rest, recover, and recuperate. I'm sorry, not a 2-week, a 1-week deload, because while we're on vacation, we'll be doing a deload as well, mostly from the standpoint of the fact that it's a resort gym. It's a really nice gym, but it's not going to allow us to train at like optimal levels. Now, I say that we're going to be taking a deload, but I know it's going to happen. We're going to get to this resort, and Adam and Austin are going to want to compete on every single lift we do, just because that's just not our nature. So if next week the workouts continue to be pretty grueling and tough, especially considering that we're going to be sitting around and drinking, eating all day, well, we might end up taking a full 2 weeks when we come back here from that vacation and actually allow our body to rest and recuperate. But if we're able to do that, lower our overall volume while we're on vacation as well for about a week, then we come back, do another week of deloading, all will be good too. When we get to that point, we'll talk a little bit more about deloading, what goes into it, how we formulate it, and what our methodology is. But really, the workouts themselves aren't going to change too drastically. They're not going to be so unfamiliar that you can't recognize them. It's just going to be a lower overall volume in what we're doing day to day. But that's in the future. That's like a week and a half, 2 weeks from now. Today, we've got an arm day, as I said. So let's get cranking on those. We've got some tricep pushdowns that we're going to be doing here on the cable machine. I'm going to be doing the underhand variation again with my curvy bar over here. Really like those. Really allow us to hit the heads of the tricep in ways that we truly enjoy. and it's definitely my favorite variation of the tricep press downs overall. So let's get after that. We're going to warm up our triceps with both the cable and the bands per usual. I'll see you over there. Everything's feeling good. Everything's feeling good. My left tricep is always the one that needs a little additional warm up. So we're gonna attach a band here, do just a little bit of extra stuff right now with the band, just to get this warmed up once more before we do our first set. Because that was 70, felt good, felt smooth. Just need like one more warm up before we load up 80 and get after our first working set. Good. Yeah, our right side is good, man. It's always our left side. Just always needs a little bit more time and attention than my right side. That's all right. Good, very good. Okay, we got 80 queued up. Let's do this first set here. Oh, very good. Very good. We feel warmed up. We feel really solid, really strong. So very pleased with that. Glad we did some extra warm up here with our rubber band. Set number 2. Let's do this. Big squeeze at the bottom here. That's what we're aiming for. Yeah. Very good. Happy with that one. Just tricep exercises are moving fantastically. Really enjoying them already. Left tricep, which is normally lagging a little bit behind from warm up, is feeling pretty darn good. So we can't complain about that. We got to take what we can and find small victories as well. All right, third set here. Third set. All right, fourth set. Final set here. Let's do this one. All right, pleased with that. Whew, that felt really good. We're gonna do our hammer curls over here, but my goodness, that tricep felt good. Did a couple extra reps there. I think, I'd have to check the tapes, but I'm pretty sure I was only doing sets of 10 for a couple of those, if not all of those. So threw in some extra stuff there. Just wasn't really paying attention to my counts, unfortunately. So sorry about that. We still got some pretty good work in there, though. We were definitely taking it to the limit with time under tension and ROM there. Okay, let's get this head knocker out of the way and go do some hammer curls. All right, time for some hammer curls. We got set up here, warmed up as well. Feeling good this morning, feeling really good. Still really early, but at the end of the day, our body's feeling great. That's all we can ask for, right? So we're gonna do some seated hammer curls today. I've been enjoying, kind of being locked in and sitting for some of these single arm bicep movements and really just focusing on that contraction on that arm. So I think we're gonna end up doing these at the same time, lifting both sides at the same time, But we may at the end on the last set, or maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe after the first set we change our mind. But we may end up doing kind of what we discovered the other day, where we lean over to that one side and really hammer in that one muscle at a time, or rather the one side, right versus left, at a time, and just take it all the way home doing one arm versus doing both arms. And that's why we might do it at the end. We'll see. It might be a good way to burn this out. Who knows? We'll see how this progresses. Let's get after our first set here. 35 pounds on the dumbbells, 12 to 15 reps. Let's see what we can do. Ooh, feeling really good. Feeling really good there. That was really nice. I liked the squeeze we got there, but I think we could do a better job rather at the squeeze. So we'll be focused hard on making sure we're bringing it up. Get a bit of a hold at the top there and just actually squeezing. You're probably going to actually hear me audibly say squeeze as a sort of reminder to myself that that's what we need to be doing. Okay, set number 2. Come on, get that squeeze. Squeeze, yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, good. Good. Squeeze. Come on. Good. Whew. Wow, that's much better. Wow. That pump is coming in, man. Man, what a really good pump coming in there. We are going to do one more set, both arms at the same time. And we still may do that last set, one arm at a time, but we'll see. I haven't really made up my mind yet. I can tell you right now, if that weight stays this heavy, if this pump only continues to grow, it's going to be tough. We'll probably have to reduce the weight down, and at that point, we'll almost certainly do single arm hammer curls here. Let me know down in the comments, what are your favorite bicep exercises? I'm looking for some new ones to give a go, specifically in that neutral grip, so that I can really focus a little bit more on the forearms and the overall width of the bicep there, like a hammer curl hits. We're hitting the long head here. We're hitting the brachialis, and I love hammer curls for how they're able to do that. But if there's another variation we can do, another dumbbell or even, barbell exercise that we could do to hit those. But if there's something you guys know of that you want to share in the comments, let me know. In the meantime, I'm going to do my third set here. Enough yapping, BJ. Oh, yeah. Okay. Woo! Oh, the afterburn of that pump there, man. Wow. Wow. All right, fourth set. Like I said, we're going to do one arm at a time, just like I told you. I've lowered the weight down from 35 to 30, though. I think we're going to need that. So we're going to be taking these as hard as we can, getting as big of a squeeze as we can at the top to get all 12 to 15 of these reps. Let's do it. Ah, man, if that's not service, I even rotated for you guys. Okay, let's do this. One arm at a time here. Come on. Oh, boy. Come on. That was tough. That was tough. My goodness. We almost didn't finish that one. All right, left side. This one's going to be harder, I have a feeling. We'll see, though. We'll see. Ah, yeah. Whew. Ooh. Wow. Gosh, the afterburn from that, man. That pump coming in there is just nuts. Just nuts. All right. I'm glad we ended it that way. That was good to do a single arm, and I'm very glad we lowered the weight. That was exactly what we needed for sure. Okay, let's clean this up. We got some single arm tricep pushdowns to get to. All right, we're going to do some single arm press downs here. We're going to be using our cable rope. So what we can do with this is pull it all the way to the bottom, and we can get a good, single rope. They do sell, obviously, single ropes that are shorter, so you don't have the double rope that you have to contend with, and it's not nearly as long as this. That's part of the problem with this setup, is that now I've got this really long rope. I've got to step quite a bit away to get that tension onto it, so I can actually do those press downs. But the other alternative that I usually do instead is I just grab both ends of the rope at the same time and I push it down. It's really not a big deal. With these end stops at the bottom here, it gives your palm something to rest on and makes that a little bit easier to grip since you're really holding two things at once here. And it's kind of widening your overall grip, making it a little bit less stable, a little less secure, and a little less advantageous for you to hold on to this thing. Let's get after it. Let's crank out some reps here. 27.5 pounds on the pulley, 12 to 15 reps. Good. Grip is slipping. Whew. Okay. 1 minute rest. We're going to up that weight. Definitely going to up that weight. All right. Set number 2. Up the weight to 35 pounds. Let's see how this moves. You know what, we're going to switch over to the ball. I'm not liking this double grip right now. It's just not working for me today. All right, that should be easier to hold. I lost count of where we're at. Let's just say we did 5. Okay, that's tough. That's tough. Come on. Yeah, all right, there we go. This ball attachment just feels a lot better. It gives us a much more secure grip. We were just slipping and sliding all over this thing. It's great for dual hand movements. And like I said, I certainly have done it many times before, where I've used it as a one hand around both ropes. But honestly, when you've got something like this, it's the exact same exercise, just with a different implement on the end of it. It's not affecting how much work we're getting out of the tricep. It's just giving us a more secure platform to be pushing our hands against, so we're not slipping out of it, losing that concentration, which is going to lose that mind-muscle connection and ultimately take away from the reps we're doing. 35 was a little bit too much. We're going to drop it down to 30, I think, and see if we can crank that out for the last set here. And I'm going to stack up some weights as well to do a bit of a drop set and get the most out of this last set. Okay, got our 2.5s stacked up at the end, so if we need to reduce the weight, we can do it in 5-pound increments twice. This is our third set. This could be our last set. Could also not be. We'll see how we feel at the end of this. We might do a bonus set here, but I'm not entirely sure yet. Let's get down with 1/2 of this first. Oh yeah. Okay, drop set right into this. Come on. This is gonna be our 4th set basically right here. So we took off 5 pounds. Let's see what we can crank out. Too much. Take off 5 more. Come on. Let's finish this out. Come on. God. Oh, that's it. Wow. Okay. Let's do the left side. That was brutal. Left side. Oh yeah, barely got that last one in there. Okay, 4th set, bonus set here. Okay. That was very good. Wow, we are pleased with that. You saw on those last reps on both sides, I had to really assist with my other hand. We had essentially completely exhausted that muscle by the time we got to those last 5 to 6 reps or so. And so using our second hand to help us push that weight down, get that weight down, and then using the primary mover, the muscle that we're trying to work, to control the negative all the way up, that's going to eke out whatever was left there. Those controlled negatives are amazing at the end of a set like that for just burning out anything that might be left. Very pleased with that drop set. Very, very pleased. Glad we added that in there. Okay, single arm curls. Let's do some bicep curls. Finish this out. All right, time for some curls. Single arm curls, let's do it. Yeah, baby. Woo! Set number 2 here. Yeah. Oh yeah. His biceps are telling us a story, man. They're telling us that they're tired. I don't believe them. I don't believe them. Yeah. I'll lower the weight for him, but I don't believe him. All right, we reduced that weight down a little drastically there. We went down from 35 to 25. So let's see if we can get some better extension here, better ROM, better mind muscle. This is the last set before we get to abs. Yep. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, good. Very good bicep work. All right, y'all. Have some cable work here. We're going to do some cable crunches, and then we're going to do some hanging leg raises. This is where I bid you farewell. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you showing up. Good job showing up. Sometimes that's just the hardest part, right? Getting out there. But we're here. We made it. We're getting through this workout. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate your comments. I appreciate you subscribing if you enjoyed the content. And if you made it this far, I feel like you like the content, so why not subscribe, right? I don't know. That's just what I would do if I were you. Thanks again, though. I'll see you next time. Get after it. We'll talk soon.